So Godzilla King of the Monsters came out a few days ago, and I did a review over on Geekdom 101, not World of Geekdom. I put it in my community tab, and I'll leave a link down below to that video review for the movie. I put it on that channel because that's my anime channel. I felt there might be a crossover with Godzilla and anime fans, so I just put it on there just for fun to see if, how people will react to it and see if there's a crossover. Well, that was a non-spoiler review. Now, with this video, I want to get into some spoilers here of Godzilla, and I want to talk about where they're going to go with Godzilla vs. Kong, or where I think they're going to go with it. So, before we go any further, if you have not seen Godzilla King of the Monsters, if you have not seen this movie yet, go see it. Especially if you're a fan of Godzilla, it really is tailored for Godzilla fans. It's not a perfect movie by any means at all. It does have issues. We addressed them in the non-spoiler review. But overall, it was a big improvement over 2014, especially if you love the Japanese Godzilla. It was the most Japanese-esque Godzilla film not produced by Toho in Japan. So, the movie, right, we're going to talk about what's going to happen in Godzilla vs. Kong, or what I think is going to happen, like I said, and what the post-credit scene of Godzilla versus, or Godzilla King of the Monsters meant, what it means for that film. So, it looks like the storyline going forward with Godzilla and Kong is that Godzilla and the other monsters are going to go to Skull Island, which is where Kong is, and that could end up leading to a big battle, Godzilla and King Kong, because we know that as of right now, unless it gets postponed, I think it's March 13th, we're going to see Godzilla versus Kong in theaters. So, it's one of those things where it's right around the corner. I mean, March of next year is right around the corner. I'm actually surprised that it's that soon, and we're probably going to get a trailer at some point later this summer for that film, because March 13th is right around the corner. But, if you saw Skull Island, you know that this King Kong is much bigger than the traditional King Kong that we've seen in other forms of cinema, and he is, of course, one of the Titans. And they teased it a lot in King of the Monsters. There's, murals and, hieroglyphic stuff, or whatever you want to call it, of Godzilla fighting Kong. And what I think they're going to do, so the post-credit scene of the film had a very, very interesting, what I feel is going to be a teaser / Easter egg for Godzilla vs. Kong. Just to kind of let y'all know what happened, kind of a quick recap here. In the post-credit scene, this fisherman dude finds one of King Ghidorah's heads that got decapitated during the film, and Jonah, who is one of the human villains in the film, shows up and he wants to buy it. So he wants King Ghidorah's decapitated head. Now, some people have thought, okay, this is going to end up leading to, Jonah having a trophy room of monster skulls. I don't think that's what they're doing with this at all. I think if you go back throughout the history of Godzilla lore through Toho, I think what they're doing now is setting up something big for Godzilla versus Kong. And I'll tell you what I think they're planning. I think for Godzilla vs. Kong, we're going to see Godzilla fight Kong a couple times in the film. I'm guessing the way it's going to be structured, and again, this could be a spoiler. I'm guessing. This is speculation, but I think I'm right about this. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right, is they're probably going to fight at some point in the middle of the film. And I think what's going to end up happening is they are going to, because Mothra is still around, and there are other, like I said, there's a Mothra egg, and so there's going to be another Mothra coming out, and there are other Titans around. I think the other Titans are going to end up being jabronis. I think that the other Titans, like that woolly mammoth one and the other Muto, they're there just to loose the Kong. I think Kong's going to just smash them. They're their casualties. What I think is going to happen is Jonah's going to take the head of King Ghidorah and construct Mecha King Ghidorah. I think we're going to see that in the film. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go back and watch the 1991 Japanese Toho Godzilla film called Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, which is one of my favorite Godzilla films of all time. And in that movie, there's some time travel wackiness, but besides that, in that movie, King Ghidorah is rebuilt to be this mech, where they take one of his heads got decapitated, they put a replacement head, gave him a whole bunch of weaponry. The humans do this, and basically he's put out there to fight Godzilla. I think what's going to end up happening is Godzilla and Kong are going to fight. then they're going to have to team up against Mecha King Ghidorah. It's going to be the big shocker in the film. They're going to do sort of what they did with Batman v Superman, even though I think it's going to be way better executed in that film. Probably more fun as well, where they're going to fight in the middle of the film, and then they're going to have to team up and work together against the greater villain, which is what they did in Batman v Superman, like I said. And the greater villain this time will be Mecha King Ghidorah. I think that Jonah will do that, and I think that is going to eventually lead to Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, because yes, they did announce that Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be the fourth film and the last announced film in this MonsterVerse, in the Legendary Pictures MonsterVerse, but that doesn't mean it's going to be the last one. Very good chance that after it's a very good chance that after that movie they're going to do more movies and continue the Legendary Verse if they make money. See what I'm saying? We did find out, too, that the film is basically going to be a battle between them, and the film is... We talked about how there's been talk of them doing a prequel where maybe they'll do, like, you know, humanity's first encounter with Godzilla and all these other rumors. But what we do know about the new Godzilla Kong film is this. I'm going to read the summary right now, okay, the premise. It says here, this is from Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures. It says here, in a time when monsters walk the earth, humanity fight for its future sets Godzilla and Kong on a collision course that will see the two most powerful forces of nature on the planet collide in a spectacular battle for the ages. I can't wait. As Monarch embarks on a perilous mission into uncharted terrain and unearths clues to the Titan's origins, a human conspiracy threatens to wipe the creatures, both good and bad, from the face of the earth forever. The human conspiracy, I think, is going to be Mecha King Ghidorah, and I think that's going to end up leading to Mechagodzilla. I think we are going to see Mechagodzilla, maybe not in this film, but I think we will see Mechagodzilla in a future film. Maybe it will be this film, but I really do think that's where they're going. Why would they show the head and have Jonah look at it and say, okay, this is interesting, I'll buy it, if they weren't going to bring back King Ghidorah and do something with it? I really think that they're teasing it, and I can't wait to see how Mecha King Ghidorah is going to look, and it's going to be wacky, and I hope it delivers. So what do you think? Am I right on this one? Am I wrong? If you think I'm wrong, tell me what your idea is down below in the comments, but I am excited for Godzilla vs. Kong next year, and maybe Mecha King Ghidorah, and maybe Mechagodzilla as well. We'll see. Thanks again. Talk to y'all soon.